Welcome back everybody to the channel. So in honor of the Metal Gear Solid games which I've been replaying recently, I wanted to explain one of the most difficult things of this game series, and are the bunch of snake names, snake versions that there are. So today I'm going to be explaining all the snakes versions in the whole Metal Gear Solid games, because it is something that confuses newcomers of this series, and it's never too late for being a Metal Gear Solid fan. Plus, Metal Gear Solid Delta, the remake, is releasing maybe this year, so that's going to be many people's introduction to this series. So let's start explaining all the Snakes versions in Metal Gear Solid. Okay, so we start off with Naked Snake, or first the Snake. His real name is Jack, and he's one of the best soldiers. And we see him in Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Yeah, I know it's weird that we start with the third game of the franchise. In Metal Gear Solid, the timeline is a mess, and now you're going to see why. So we meet Jack in Metal Gear Solid 3, and he's there to complete the mission of assassinating the boss and defeating the Cobra unit. And now, I know you're probably thinking, who the hell is the boss? Well, the boss is this woman, right here. And she's the one who taught everything to Jack, Naked Snake. Basically his mentor. And at the end of Metal Gear Solid 3, Jack kills the boss, and he gets the title of Big Boss. So Naked Snake, Jack, at the end of Metal Gear Solid 3 becomes Big Boss. Naked Snake appears in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. So that's the game where you can find Naked Snake. So now it's time to talk about Big Boss. So as we said before, Jack, Naked Snake also, is now named Big Boss. So now when you see Naked Snake, he's going to be referred as Big Boss. In the rest of the franchise, after Metal Gear Solid 3, he's called now Big Boss. And he started to be in more and more missions. Then years later, he's invited into something called the Patriots by Zero. Then Big Boss and the Patriots have a big fallout, and Big Boss starts to distance himself more and more of this organization. So the Patriots, afraid of losing Big Boss because he was a really big deal, they decide to start a project named Us. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm leaving it like that. Which took Big Boss DNA to create 3 clones of him. So you can see Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, and Metal Gear Solid 4. And the easiest way to recognize him is that he has the patch on his eye. So that's him. It's like a soldier with a patch on his eye. It's very recognizable. We are talking about Venom Snake. So you see this guy, and what do you think? Oh, that's Big Boss. He has the eye patch, the hair, the beard. Well, he is not Big Boss. He is Venom Snake. I know, it's not another name that he has. No. Venom Snake is just an ordinary guy. He was a medic on the crew of Big Boss, and he suffered an accident. So Zero, the same guy that we talked about before, implanted memories of Big Boss and reconstructed his face so that he looks exactly as Big Boss and thinks and believes and acts the same way as the real Big Boss. So basically, Venom Snake is just a guy that has been brainwashed to think and believe that he is the real Big Boss, but he's not. He's the medic of the Big Boss crew. Yeah, I know. Now it's when it gets confusing. So you have now 2 snakes that look basically the same, but they're not the same. Venom Snake appears in Metal Gear Solid 5. Okay, so let's pause for a bit and let's recap what we're talking about. So, we have mentioned so far 2 snakes. Naked Snake, also known as Big Boss, and Venom Snake. Even though these 2 characters look exactly the same, there are a few things that you can distinguish them easily for you. So you have here Venom Snake, and as you can see, first of all, he has a big ass horn in his head. Second of all, he has a metallic arm. So there are the 2 ways that you can recognize him and to differentiate him between Big Boss. And Big Boss is simply just a guy with an eye patch, and he looks just like this. And in Metal Gear Solid 3, before he loses his eye, he looks like this. So the easiest way to know between both of them are the arm and the horn that Venom Snake has. So those two are the easiest way that you can distinguish who is Venom Snake and who is Big Boss or Naked Snake. Okay, so that's it with the whole Venom Snake and Big Boss differences. Now we are going to be talking about Solid Snake. So Solid Snake is one of the 3 clones of Big Boss. So his real name is David, and he was a product of the project that the Patriots made to clone Big Boss. He is the character that you play with in Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. He's like the real main protagonist of the series, because if you think about it, he's the most popular character in the whole franchise. I mean, many people think it's Big Boss, many people think it's Solid Snake. I think it's Solid Snake. He's basically the face of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. So he is a clone of the real Big Boss. And because he is a clone, he ages faster than the normal human being. So this leads us to Old Snake. So Old Snake is not a different person, is not a brainwashed person, is not a different Snake. Old Snake is actually David, or Solid Snake at 42 years old. That's why I was mentioning the rapid aging. Because of his clone genes, he ages faster, and even though he's only 42 years old, he looks like he's 72. So Old Snake is just Solid Snake, but older. And why am I mentioning them as 2 separate things? Is because in Metal Gear Solid 4, where Old Snake appears, he's referred as Old Snake, not Solid Snake. So maybe if you hear Old Snake or see Old Snake, you will think that it's a different version or a different Snake, but it turns out it's just Solid Snake, but older. And he appears in Metal Gear Solid 4. So I skipped 2 versions of the Snake, which is Liquid Snake and Solidus Snake. I didn't mention them because I wanted to focus only on the protagonist of this series, that is Big Boss, Venom Snake, Solid Snake, and Old Snake. But if you want to know about them, it's just a quick search. It's going to be easier because this is the more complex thing about the whole franchise. Wrap up this and let's make a conclusion about all these topics. So first of all, we have Naked Snake, which turns to Big Boss. We have Venom Snake, that is a person that is brainwashed to think that he is Big Boss. Then you have Solid Snake, that is a clone of Big Boss. And we have Old Snake, that is Solid Snake, but he looks older because of his rapid aging. So that's it. So I'm going to be showing a few pictures and I'm going to be telling you which is which. So if you see them, you can recognize them easier. So this is Naked Snake, this is Venom Snake, this is Solid Snake, and this is Old Snake. So that's it. Those are the main snakes in the whole franchise. And maybe I'm thinking that it's way too hard for people and really not that hard to understand, but for me, when I was getting into this game series and when I was playing the first games, I was really confused. I was like, who the hell is Venom Snake? Who the hell is Solid Snake? What do you mean they are clones? Like, who is the protagonist of which game? So, but I just wanted to make this video because I'm replaying all the Metal Gear Solid games and they have been so damn good. So good. So I wanted to talk about this game franchise again, and what better thing that it may be helping people that are getting into this franchise, maybe because of the remake that is coming out, even because of Fortnite. I mean, Solid Snake was in Fortnite like last season, so who says that maybe people are getting into the Metal Gear Solid games because of Fortnite? So this is going to be a good opportunity for newcomers of the series to maybe understand a complex topic that is the whole snake situation. So thank you so much for watching this video. I am I hope it was useful to understand it or to remind you, or even entertaining. Like if you know about the whole Snake versions, but you just want to have a good time and see something related to Metal Gear Solid, I'm happy this video did that, and I hope this video did that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Also, I wanna give a huge shout out to everybody that has been subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for the support, for the comments. I read every single one of them, and I appreciate the support. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video again. Subscribe for more video game content. Let me know down below in the comments, was this video useful? Was this video confusing? Do you think I should talk about other things in the Metal Gear Solid franchise that are maybe confusing? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video.